Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and I appreciate you being here at the channel today. And for those of you that have not yet done so, please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it. And if you find the information that I provide beneficial, please hit that like button as well. Now, our topic for you today, it's 5 secrets to successful gym sales follow-up. And of all the things that happen in a gym, in a fitness center, to people who are in sales, follow-up may be the biggest challenge for many. And I would say this, this is either a gigantic opportunity for you or it's a gigantic problem. It's rarely in the middle, okay? And unfortunately for most, it's kind of a gigantic problem. And what we know is those that will do follow-up, that will do it properly, okay, and this can result in an additional 20% bump in business. So if you're a gym owner watching this, you want to get on this immediately. If you're a salesperson, you can increase your sales immediately with leads you already have. What do most salespeople have to say? Oh, I need more leads, I need more leads. Maybe we need more leads that we're following up on. Okay, so let's look at some of this. So number 1 secret, cherry picking. Okay, let me tell you what I mean by that. You're generally going to have 3 kinds of leads. You're going to have these hot leads that are going to be joining in the near term. You're going to have warm leads that they will be ready soon. And then you're going to have cold leads. Maybe they will never be ready, but you're going to continue to kind of nurture those. So we're going to cherry pick, okay? But who are we calling? Who are we working the most? Well, it's those hot leads. We're trying to get those folks in. Then those warm leads, we're trying to move them to hot. And then, of course, we're trying to nurture, the colder leads to bring them up. So, we're cherry picking, make sure this hot lead is being followed up on. I think most clubs do a pretty good job. I think most salespeople, they've got, 5 to 10 or so, I think, what they would call hot leads that they're working on. If you don't, maybe we need to look at that process of how we're gathering leads and how we're following up in general. Number 2, timing is everything. This is one of the places where so many folks kind of miss the boat here on this. But follow-up, you want to follow up consistently and frequently, and you want to do it over an extended period of time. I'm going to repeat that. You want to follow up consistently and frequently, and you want to do it over an extended period of time. Okay? We're not calling folks once a month and thinking that's going to make a difference, or we're not sending an email out once a month and thinking that's going to make a difference. It won't. We need to stay at the forefront. In a manner of speaking, we need to overcome obscurity here, with these folks that we're working with. So, stay on this. And one of the things that you can do, if you struggle with this a little bit, is view yourself as a resource center. Whether the leads are hot, whether they're warm, whether they're cold, your focus is to help your customers solve their problem. Whatever that might be. That's what you're trying to do. And if you struggle with it, use that, keep that at the forefront. That should help you a little bit, in making that call. Number 3 is we want to integrate sales and marketing into the follow-up process. We want to integrate sales and marketing into the sales process. So we want to be sending over, relevant information. Okay, you might send over something, even if it might be to your entire database. You might make a phone call to your entire database that, hey, we're closing out the end of the month. We're closing out our best offer of the month, our best offer of the year. It's ending now, and everybody gets it. Okay, it's a sales message. Everybody's going to get it. Marketing messages, here's what's getting ready to happen, nutritional programs, events that are coming up, personal training opportunities. So you want to integrate, the sales and marketing idea into this, but make sure it's relevant information, to your customer. Okay, and if you're making the phone call, I'll say this, if you're making that phone call to someone who's in that cold category, hey, Mary, this is Jim Thomas over here at the fitness center. Hey, reason I'm calling is we're closing out our best membership offer of the year. And you were the first person I thought of when they announced this because you'd mentioned that, price, was a concern for you and was an issue. Okay, maybe that's what you say or something similar. And Mary says, hey, I'm just not ready, Jim. I'm just not ready. Mary, I understand. I wouldn't expect you to be ready right now. And then go into solving her problem and trying to move her through, this process. So that's an idea of how you can handle that sometimes. But integrate sales and marketing into this. Number 4, I guess we could have started with this one, but you need to have a living, breathing prospect database. You've got to have the database. I know it's hard to imagine, but I talk to folks that literally their database is what they're writing on a legal pad or what they're putting into an Excel spreadsheet. There's folks out there that are still not using, CRMs. There's folks that are still not using Constant Contacts and MailChimps. You need to get yourself this database set up so that we can effectively call and talk to folks. And when you do this, make sure you categorize it. Categorize it by member, categorize it by former member, which I would call alumni, and then categorize it by non-member. Those are basically your 3 right there. And because our message, our call message, our email message, our text message, whatever it is, it's going to be different to each one of those groups. Okay, so make sure we're marketing to each one of those groups, because as a salesperson, you want to stay real close touch with your member, because that's a great source of future referrals, a great source of upgrades, a great source of add-ons, a great source of selling PT, selling events to, selling retail to. A lot of times that member, we forget about them and we don't want to. So we need to have this living, breathing database. Get that set up. Make sure it's properly categorized so you know the message that should go out to each particular group. And then number 5 is we want to educate. Okay, we need to be repetitive in this, and we need to provide variety. Okay, and so from the educational standpoint, on this follow-up is we want to provide value to our customer. Okay, value in terms of, hey, how can I help you solve your problem? How can I help you solve your problem? I want to educate you on that. Here's a great blog. Here's a great video. Hey, here's a fantastic class that's going on. Okay, but provide this value. Number 2, the repetition of this. It's that repetition, it's that frequency, it's that long-term nature. We're going to keep going and keep going. Really, we're never going to throw away a lead. They may join someplace else. Stay in touch with them. Be that resource center for them. Offer to do their first workout. Offer to do an evaluation for them. Okay, I'm trying to get them in. Okay, but we want to, that repetition over and over and over. Don't think that calling them once a month or sending someone once a month is going to do it. It's simply not. And one of the easiest ways to do this is simply ask permission. Mary, I'm going to send you some information. Would it be okay with you if I gave you a call back in a couple days? It can be that easy sometimes. And then finally is on this follow-up is we want to have variety. We want to have variety. We're going to make phone calls. We're going to send emails. We're going to send text messages. We're going to send letters. I might send videos. I might send voice texts. Have numerous ways that you go about doing this. Don't just have one set way. You want to attack this from many different angles. So these are 5 secrets to successful gym follow-up. I would suggest really taking each one of these, break it down, take it serious, because all of a sudden you've got more leads than you think, most likely, number 1. And number 2, doing this right, for you owners, just think if everyone did this, 20% across the board improvement for your business. And for an individual salesperson, heck, if you're starting a brand new job today and they've given you a stack of leads and they say, hey, call these, it's not a matter of calling them up and saying, hey, do you want to buy? Okay, if some want to, great, sign them up. But, follow these steps on how you do this. And by the time it's all said and done, you're going to have success with this. So, folks, my name is Jim Thomas. My company is Fitness Management and Consulting. I appreciate you being here at the channel today. Hope you all have a great day.